Her message came at 2:13 p.m., a casual buzz, a harmless blink on my phone. I remember wiping dust off the kitchen counter when it lit up. My ex invited me to his beach house for the weekend. Obviously, you're not coming. Would be super awkward. Don't make it weird. I'll be back Sunday night. No greeting, no hesitation, just a surgical incision straight into the center of my composure. I stood there, staring at the words, letting them root inside my chest. Not anger, not fear, just that quiet, hollow drop, like missing the last step of a staircase in the dark. I typed with steady fingers. Completely get it. Have a great time. A lie so smooth it tasted like metal. Her reply came with a heart emoji. She thought I was being understanding, supportive, predictable. The sound of her suitcase wheels scraping the hallway carpet still echoes in my head. She didn't look back when she left. She was humming, happy, free. As the door shut, the air shifted. Heavier, colder. Something inside me clicked, an almost mechanical movement, a decision made without ceremony. I wasn't going to yell, or plead, or argue. No, I was going to let truth do the talking. And truth arrives quietly, cuts deeply, and never misses. I picked up her keys from the counter. The weekend had officially begun. Mine, not hers. The first sign had come weeks earlier, a second toothbrush hidden in her gym bag, the scent of expensive cologne clinging to her sweater, a late-night whisper on the balcony, too soft to make out words, but not soft enough to hide guilt. She always had explanations, quick ones, polished ones. I wanted to believe her, so I let them stand. But belief has weight, and every lie added another stone to the pile pressing against my ribs. The beach house confession wasn't bold. It was careless, reckless. A woman too comfortable with the idea that I would take anything she handed me. Her confidence disturbed me more than the betrayal itself. Had I really made myself that silent? That easy to discard? The thought sat in my throat like a shard of glass. I replayed every moment, her sudden late shifts, her smirks when texting, the way she angled her phone away from me as if guarding state secrets. But I didn't confront her, not then. Confrontation disrupts truth. It warns the guilty. It muddies the water. I needed the water still, so I could see the bottom. The beach house invitation simply clarified everything. She wasn't hiding the affair anymore. She was daring me to react. And I didn't, not outwardly. Inside, however, the walls were already shifting. I began with her car, technically mine, registered in my name. I'd bought it for her when things still felt warm. Quiet, strategic steps. A quick visit to the dealership, a signature, a valuation, a sale pending. Next, the storage unit we shared. I still had the spare key. I packed her things with clinical precision, folded, boxed, labeled. Not out of kindness, out of order. Her digital life was simpler to navigate. Her cloud account was linked on the home desktop, a careless oversight. Photos, deleted messages, locations, receipts. Patterns emerged like veins under harsh light. Trips she never mentioned. Diners she'd never admit visiting. Hotel rooms booked under initials and excuses. None of it surprised me. What did surprise me was how numb I felt. Anger wasn't useful. Rage was a distraction. I needed clarity. I needed to move like someone already freed from the wreckage. So I kept going. Ring return appointment, scheduled. Locks, changed. Bank accounts, sorted. Her belongings placed neatly by the driveway, covered from the weather but exposed to the world. I didn't touch her, didn't damage anything. That's not revenge. Revenge is exposure. Revenge is truth under stark light. Revenge is letting someone walk into the consequences they built with their own hands. And there was one more detail. Her younger sister, the one who'd warned me months ago in half-finished sentences and uncomfortable silences. She wasn't proud of being right, but she was very clear about where she stood. We met for coffee, then dinner, Then we stopped pretending it was innocent. Not for lust, for alignment, for understanding, for knowing someone sees what you see. She looked at me across the table and said, "She's been playing you." I nodded. Not anymore. Sunday evening, 6:42 p.m. Her car pulled up, or rather, the rental she didn't think I'd notice. Tanned, smiling, unaware. She walked up the driveway dragging her suitcase until she saw the boxes. Her smile twitched, her eyes darted, her breath hitched. Why are all my things outside?" I stepped out of the doorway, calm. "Because you don't live here." She laughed at first, an ugly, nervous sound. I don't understand." "You will," I said, handing her my phone. One photo on the screen, her wrapped around him at the beach house, time-stamped and geotagged. Her face drained. A soft gasp, a trembling inhale. The collapse of a lie too fragile to stand. "Where did you get?" "Doesn't matter." Her fingers shook as she held the phone, like it burned. I didn't raise my voice, didn't accuse. Silence did more damage than shouting ever could. She tried stepping toward the door. Habit, entitlement. I shifted slightly, blocking her path. "The locks are changed," I said quietly. "Check your email." She blinked, swallowing panic. "My email?" "You'll find everything you need. Receipts, notices, sale forms, formal termination of cohabitation." Her mouth fell open. "You sold my car? It was mine. You returned my ring? It was never yours." Her breathing turned uneven, shallow. "This is insane. Can we just talk?" "No," I said. "We're past talking." She grabbed my arm. I slipped out of her grip like her touch was nothing. Then came the final blow. "Oh," I added, almost as an afterthought, "your sister says hi." Her legs nearly buckled. The sound she made, part disbelief, part heartbreak, echoed into the night. I didn't smile, not once. This wasn't triumph. This was balance. She stood among her own history, boxed and waiting, while I stepped back into the house. The doorway felt like a border crossing, one I'd been trying to reach for a long time. No guilt, no sadness, just the quiet relief of reclaimed space. She whispered my name once. I kept walking. In the kitchen, the counter was still clean from the day she'd texted me, when everything started shifting. Funny how fast clarity arrives once you stop clinging to illusions. I poured a glass of water. The house was silent, peaceful in a way it hadn't been in months. As I took my first sip, I realized something simple, sharp, liberating. She had left for the weekend, and I had left forever. The final truth settled in my chest like a closing door. Some people walk out of your life, others you escort out.